All right, as promised, these guys are going to be talking a bit more. Hype, take it away.
I don't think Hype's here.
That's hilarious, man. So anyway,
Oh, you always know just what to say, Grandma.
yeah, you always know, Steve. So anyway, Steve's gone.
Yeah.
He got himself incarcerated.
He buggered off. Typical voice actors, you.
Yeah, not Zenigata got him.
Oh no.
I mean,
Zenigata. That's what I'm calling him. He's
Zenigata.
Zenigata.
Because he's not. Jeez.
I guess on the topic of that, are you guys familiar at all with the recent Lupin production that they made?
I have not actually. Wait, so
No.
this is a production that is after the CG one we saw recently?
Yeah, they call it Lupin Zero.
I think I. Oh, excuse me.
Pardon me.
Let me look into that actually now, because yeah, this is the first I've heard about it.
It's either like a new OVA series or movie or something like that, but basically it's like I'm not entirely sure what it's supposed to be, but all I know for certain is that it features a younger take on Lupin and some of the other characters like Jigen.
Yeah. Okay.
I will say I did love the CG film. I thought that.
Oh yeah, that was a good
lot
film.
of fun. There were some bits where I wish it did a little bit more here and there, but there were some incredible bits. Like there's only one guy I know who would come to the end of the earth to find me. Turns the radio. Hello, Looper! He just shouts immediately to the ends of the earth found. But no, I think it was a very fun showcase of all the characters.
Absolutely.
And now I forget, was that an original story or was that a particular story based off of a manga or something?
Original story.
Okay.
Most of the movies, in fact, I'm fairly certain all the movies are based on original stories. Like, fully original. Oh,
Speaking of Zenigata.
Also, as you're seeing here... Come on. The
spray.
Dobermans were coming. The other thing
Spray it, don't say it.
The other thing that you saw recently that I'm not a big fan of, and I want to say Future does improve this, is Dobermans. Is that whenever even if it's just a single, one tap, you notice that the camera shifts to like, my God, it's a freaking Black Hawk helicopter.
Why?
It has missiles.
You're taking care of delinquent teens, not freaking armed terrorists.
Again, I feel like that's part of the joke, is that it's so much exaggeration. Also, but do notice Tag has a lot more HP, so just in time I needed this. Anyway, what's going with this? So, is that whenever even when you're doing a single tap spray paint, the camera will shift rapidly to show the a weird angle, like a dynamic angle, and that to me actually makes it super difficult to do it while still going straight forward. Oh, the missiles!
And you're on fire, and you're still spraying anyway.
I'm gonna, because of the last one, I had to just go for it.
You had to finish the job, no matter the cost.
My life is meaningless without art. So, okay.
It's
Matt,
meaningless.
Matt, what were your experiences like playing Jet Set Radio? Since you mentioned you had grown up with it.
Yeah, no, like I said, there was a version on the original Xbox. I know I mostly played Future, but I'm fairly certain that the copy of Future had the original Jet Set Radio.
The dog's
on
been
Xbox.
kidnapped.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
I guess it'll be classified as dog napping, huh? I wonder how much ransom you get for a dog.
He just shrugged like, what are you... I just earlier, I love how he shrugged like, what are you gonna do?
Poison Jam.
Also, Poison Jam. We're gonna figure out who kidnapped our dog. So now we learn about Poison Jam, the kaiju wannabes. But anyway, sorry, back to you. So you play the Xbox version. So was it like both games on a single disc or a 2-disc collection, or?
I think it is a 2-disc collection. Give me a second. Because I know I definitely played the original Jet Set Radio.
Oh, a new rival showdown.
Ooh.
Hey.
Yo, buddy.
Ooh.
Right, let's do this. Yeah, and most of the time I'm gonna try. I'll try and do these with beat, just because represent the GGs. All right, let's see what you got.
GG,
Yeah,
baby.
So what'd you find out, Matt? All right, go out.
Give me a second. Let me check the. Huh. Well, I guess I never did play the original then. I mostly played Future then. Okay. It's just.
So I'm saying, I don't
yeah.
think it was released on Xbox.
The opening area of this game is also in Future. and I mostly
yeah.
played those levels. Yeah.
Oh,
Now I remember.
and I was,
but
I was like, oh, go ahead.
Yeah, but to be fair, in my opinion, Future is better.
I agree, but we'll get to that more later.
I do love it though. I think it's great.
I was gonna say,
But I will say this. I did eventually play the original game on PlayStation Vita, and I still thought it was fun. Perfect?
It's just
no, but still fun.
It's a little antiquated, but I can 100% see how like something like this creates an identity and like has like the stopping power to like, or, you know, what's the word? Just the star power to like make a franchise out of it.
And I'm just thinking to myself, there's a Vita version of this?
I think so, port, yeah.
I mean, unless you jailbroke it to let it play Dreamcast games, which I don't even know if it's capable of doing that or not.
Let me look that up. PS Vita. Also, this is another fun little song here.
Straight in the sewers.
I don't know if I already said it, but this is unfortunately I think one of my least favorite maps in the game.
Yeah, it looks a little constricted.
Like all the rooftops and down here, it's very claustrophobic, I would say, and it's not my favorite thing. And no, there was a re-release of Jet Set Radio on the Vita.
Huh? Okay then.
All right, it must have been the same. It must have been sort of based on the same HD copy that like the PS3 and stuff got.
Most likely.
So let's see.
I mean, kind of a random pick considering there were several other Dreamcast games that could have probably gotten that same treatment, like Space Channel 5, Sonic Adventure, SA2.
Yeah. Oh man, that was so fun. I guess random aside here is that on the let's play this as Garam. Let's show him off. He has a lot of health and some decent technique. Doesn't hold a lot of graffiti, but do our best.
I mean, where could he really hold all that graffiti, all the spray cans?
The six pack. Anyway, let's go take down frickin' noise. Poison Jam. Why is it noise? Poison Jam. I was thinking of Pokemon Sword and Shield again.
I thought you were thinking back to freaking River City Girls.
Oh yeah, that noise. Alright, hang on. I need to borrow some spray paint cans from you, Mr.
Also, so just be here, is their tag supposed to be like a monsterized version of Professor K? Was his name?
Oh, is that a Professor K? Or it kind of reminds me of those all I could think of was Bushido Warriors, but like the kind of what was it just called? Was it just called Bushido? No, Bushido's the way of the samurai. What is that style? Kabuki. It looks like a Kabuki mask.
No, it looks like an Oni. Yeah, it's an Oni.
Okay.
It's a Hanya / Oni version of a Professor K.
Yo, move it or lose it.
I need to borrow these. I need your jacket and your bike and your glasses. Always the glasses. They never give.
In fact, I need a shirt too.
Please. What do you think? It took me a bit to get to the spot. Anyway, another quick aside is that so on the original PC version, when I was trying to play this via Steam, they let you play the tutorial, and as part of the tutorial, as like free play, you can start like trying to do more and more complicated combos and sequences. And if you do enough of them, you can actually, in the game, you could unlock things like the concept of love to play, to hear that in Jet Set Radio 1, even though that's a future song.
Huh, okay.
I don't believe they had Funky Dealer, though, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, Funky Dealer is my favorite.
Would be ashamed
I will say Funky Dealer is my favorite. Techno Pathetic is my second favorite. But to be fair, my favorite version of Techno Pathetic is a remixed version. I think it's an official remix, but it is a remix.
There's much paper in here. That's fair. So, did they let you have? Did they have both the non-remixed and the original remix? And you know, did they have both the original and the remix version in future?
I don't know what the remix version is in future. That's the thing. I think the remix version was released later after future already.
Got it. Okay. I would say my favorite songs from Jet Set would be Concept of Love is just a very fun song. I also enjoy from this game. I love Sweet Soul Brother.
Also, you guys know that there's a Jet Set Radio Game Boy Advance version, right?
Yes, there is.
Yeah, it uses like some isometric angle. Oh my gosh, Paratroopers!
It's pretty much treating itself kind of like the GBA-centric ports of Tony Hawk Pro Skater. It's also isometric pre-rendered sprites.
It used that engine, but to be fair, it's a neat little idea.
Did you know that was like? Did you know that there was originally a nice got him both? Did you know that there was a Japanese cell phone based game called Typing Set, which basically played like Typing of the Dead but for Jet Set Radio?
I can imagine that for the sake of just leaving your spraying your graffiti around.
Yeah, and all multiple Black Hawk helicopters.
Good
now.
lord, guys.
And that's why, and for those wondering, yes, that is why I did the big multiple one on top of that building first, because, yeah, you can like do this move where you jump over the helicopter and spray paint their windshield to try and like spook them off a little bit, but there is no real raid. Like that's the thing that I guess kind of holds this game back is there is no real combat in this game to like avoid people.
You can even spray on the goddamn helicopters.
Right, it really is just kind of like, just avoid them, which you can only avoid and ignore a problem for so long if it's a freaking Black Hawk helicopter in your living room.
Well, I mean, that also depends.
You will
Like,
have to bring it up.
if you do spray to stun them, how long do they stay stunned?
Maybe 6. I don't know. I have not actually fully tried that out, but because there is that logo there. I want to say it's either for points or would actually get them off your back for at least a minute or so.
I'd imagine it gives you at least some points.
Yep, and this should be the last one, so just get a good grind rail, and done.
Booyah.
Please give me a nitro.
Turbo!
That's not turbo-tastic.
Fantastic.
Let's see what we got. What do we have to say today, Professor K, with your oscillating hair?
Yeah, his hair is weird.
It animates even when he's not moving. What the hell?
Let's remember, this is the same era of Sega where we had animations of Sonic's ears always twitching whenever he talks.
His mouth stretching and warping.
Whoa!
Wow! Anyway, let's go on to Bugatti Circus. So, I guess I should say, while I'm going through this, there is actually multiple optional missions that will unlock as we go through the story. This being like, complete this time trial. Just do a normal street trial without any other. Oh no!
Oh no!
Now
There's sewer sharks.
Now we have a gang battle to talk about how this works.
Uh-oh.
This is the closest that we get to actually having combat. Notice how each of them have a number above their heads?
Uh-huh.
In order to do combat with these gangs, you basically just need to tag their back. Whoa, careful. There we go. Just get behind them and just start mashing the spray button, which is why you'll see the camera wig out like that. 'Cause that's me mashing the spray, which is also the camera reset button. Anywho.
Yeah, that is a little cumbersome.
Do that for every single one of them, and do that 10 times, and you win for each of them. So, while I'm moving forward with that. Basically, there are optional missions. I'm not really doing any of those optional missions. The only thing you would get is you would get some new characters, such as that would be how you could play as the other gangs, such as careful, like the Love Shockers, the Poison Jam, and the next group we have not yet met.
And I assume they're the only gangs we have to deal with in this game.
Yeah, just those three. I mean, there'll be one other gang, but they are not spray painters. So, are they really gangs? They're just thugs at that point. Come on, just. Again, I wish there was I wish two things in this game. I wish there was a hold button down to just spray multiple times, and I wish that even if you were spraying something, I wish it didn't rotate the camera to a dynamic angle, because it's very easy for me to lose track of where I'm. Oh no!
Oh.
It's very easy for me to lose track of where I am.
I mean, aside from using the left trigger to spray and reset the camera, like, what do the other buttons do? And don't spray on yourself.
I have to be careful. Well, I believe, again, either pulling the right trigger or the A or pushing the A button is how you accelerate.
That definitely sounds like the R button. I assume the A button's for jumping.
Oh yeah, you're right. And that's pretty much it. Like, there's really no other, like, big mechanics. There you go. Come on.
Not even the B or X buttons?
Let me look up the controls actually while we're at it.
Okay.
Jet Set Radio controls. How about this, James? What were your experiences like playing Jet Set Radio, apart from the Antiquity stuff you had experienced?
Again, I think I remember getting it not long after it came out on Steam, or maybe But I did give it I did give it an honest-God shot, and I mean,
It's my jam.
and I mean, it's one of those things where I think I had too much going on at the time, and again, I wasn't too big of a fan of the game's controls, so I just put it down, and maybe one or two other times I tried giving it another go, but it's one of the. This is one of those games that could never really hold my attention. I mean, maybe if I, commit to it now, I could probably make the... Oh, whoa! Don't go bumping me off, you dick shit. But,
even though I was about to win, I just had to jam out to Jets. I had to jam out to Sweet Soul Brother a little bit. I love that song.
Yeah.
there you go. Jet ranking.
Yay! What do I win? Nothing!
The honor of knowing you got the highest rank.
Yay! Yeah, back to you, sorry.
As someone else, others would call it, bragging rights.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, otherwise, it's like, I do need to give this game my actual attention at some point or another, because, I am digging the overall aesthetic behind it, and, the music goes without saying, even if, I'll never think about this game's soundtrack without thinking that the dude, bless his heart, is a total fucking delinquent.
Yeah, also...
Like, look up his Twitter, and it's like, yeah, no, it's amazing this dude actually got the jobs he did. Oh.
Wait, you mean
So apparently,
Yeah, Naganuma.
So apparently we got a broken, a third of a broken piece of record. Each of the other gangs have a third. We'll be learning about that later. And someone else is there's apparently a fourth unknown person involved in the goings on in Tokyo To. Anyway, I looked up the controls. So first of all, fun fact, X and Y are not even listed.
Really?
They just don't use them.
That's stupid. You think those would be other hotkeys for the sake of graffitiing?
Yeah. See, I know all it is it is literally just analog to move around. You don't really use the D-pad unless you're in the menu. Start button to going back to the garage and pausing, of course. A button for jumping. Don't use the B button except when you're in menus to cancel. Yep, L button is, end quote, camera/graffiti action.
Ugh.
So, don't really care for that. And, R is for speeding up. Apparently, you may know more about this than I did since I did not own a Dreamcast. What was this Dreamcast jump pack?
I think that was just the Rumble pack.
Ah, okay. It's weird they called it okay. Anyway.
Because the controller jumps as if it's it's rumbling.
Oh.
Like jumping beats.
That's what I'm going with tag. This is when you unlock the full map. This one is pretty okay, Ben Tencho, but the thing I do not care for. At least
Wait, what?
It's called Ben Tencho.
Oh, I thought you said. I'm so sorry.
Were you thinking? Were you thinking I was trying to do some Mexican slang like Ben Tencho?
No. I'm just tired, man. Don't blame me, man.
Okay.
Whatever you say, Mr. Conchla.
The problem I would say with this map, this map in particular, right?
I forgot about that.
Aww. But yeah, right. Like Shankla, I forgot. Shankla, I was like, oh my gosh, no. But no, I was gonna say my only problem with this map, at least, especially in this introductory mission, when this is supposed to be your first impressions of it, is that it is so that was them trying to dive bomb me. Is that it is so claustrophobic when you have to start dealing with everybody, and the vantage points to get away are few and far between. But I'm just gonna hopefully take care of this last one here, so I will not have to worry about it with the group of the Hup gang later.
Hup yeah, hup yeah.
Like, listen.
Ooh, caribou!
Hup yeah. Oh no! Get off me!
Get off me! Stranger danger! I'm called stranger danger!
Also, I'm not going to lie, this looks like a back alley that would be in a Yakuza game.
Oh, it would. No,
I wouldn't doubt it.
Again, especially prevalent in Yakuza, I really love their attention to detail with trying to match that Japanese, like, city planning and architecture of, like, would you... Well, I was about to put it as, like, a negative term. Would you say claustrophobic would be a bad way of putting it, or just very condensed?
How about this? It's a walkable city.
Which I like that. I like walkable
cities. Click, yeah. Click, yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna rush it. Okay. Just get ahead. All right. I just want to make sure there's nothing else I'm missing out on the floor, because yeah, I want to get this one. I want to get this floor over here done. Fortunately,
click, yeah. Oh,
I would not walk through the tear gas like that, Mr. Zeninata.
I think he's totally immune to it.
I've built up an immunity.
It's just a shame it came at the cost of my lungs.
And my lungs. Yes.
Most especially my lungs. Ow! And my eyesight, apparently.
Yep. We'll just let him be. This is a cute little trick though. Is when you walk up this stairway, suddenly you are much higher than you started off.
Interesting.
Yeah, they in the middle of that stairway secretly warp you way up high, which I like little tricks like that. Gonna keep moving. Hey there, dude. We'll have to use this later.
Woohoo!
Yeah, there's the last one.
Grinding with roller skates has got to be like the most, you know. It's got to be the weirdest shit to actually master, because there's people that'll grind via like skateboards and whatnot, but roller skates, it's kind of like another story.
Oh yeah, to keep your balance and stuff. Also, where is the last tagging? Oh, here.
Run for your no good lives!
Yeah,
Oh, you're done.
And note that at any time, if you hit pause, you can view a map which will show you just at a glance where all of these story-centric tagging spots are.
Okay. But yeah, that's another district down, nice and tallied.
Yep, and I think we're already almost close to the end of the next act.
Hooray!
The noise
Oh,
tanks
no!
kidnapped the pupper.
The noise!
That's why I meant noise. Okay, so Poison Jam, Noise Tanks, and Love Shockers.
Sorry.
Frankenstein food.
My brain is fizzled today, fun fact.
It's been a long night, a long day for you, I assume. You're dashing late last night.
Yeah, I was.
So.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, once we get hype out of the slammer, we'll see you all for the next part of Jet Set Radio!
Jet Set
Radio!